1 p.m. on Monday, Ray, the maintenance worker, arrived from the dentist office to perform regular maintenance on the building. I thought he would be finished around 3, but I never saw him leave. I left at 2:45 on Monday because I had a dentist appointment at 3. When I left, Mr. Hayden was still in a meeting with the counselor, Mrs. Smith, in her office. I'm not sure where Mr. Marquez was. The last I saw Mr. Marquez was heading to bus duty at 3. I did return to the school for the basketball game around 4:30.
I politely said, "Hello, how are you?" as he walked by, but he just kept on walking and didn't speak. That seemed weird. He seemed upset about something.
I stopped by the office after school to make a few copies, probably around 3:15. I do remember seeing a box of cookies, and boy, did the office smell good. Mrs. Balderson was sitting at the front desk, but Mrs. Filbert was not there. I remember Mrs. Balderson was looking for Mr. Marquez. I don't remember why. She asked me if I knew, but I had not seen him.
I went to the front office around 3:30 to find Mr. Hayden or Mr. Marquez. I needed to talk to them about taking a field trip with my classes to go see Hamilton on Broadway, but I couldn't find either of them. So I went to the front desk hoping to find Mrs. Filbert or Mrs. Balderston, but I couldn't find either of them either. I did notice a box of cookies, and they smelled so good. I took a little peek inside the box. Oh, they looked so good. So I admit it. I took one. I swear, it was just one. I know I shouldn't have.
I remember seeing Ray, the maintenance worker, heading into the office, the back door, around 3:45. I was leaving the day and heading out the side door when he was entering into the office.
I remember seeing Ray, the maintenance worker, in the 8th grade pod around 2:30 cleaning and vacuuming.
I remember seeing Ray, the maintenance worker, at 2 o'clock cleaning the lunchroom tables. I remember seeing Ray, the maintenance worker, walking out of the 7th grade pod at 3:30.
So the day of the incident occurred. It was a typical day here at Andover Central Middle School. I was in the office part of the day. I was in the classrooms. I was dealing with students. Had to leave the building a time or two to take care of something at central office. Just one of those typical days here. And about 3 o'clock, like I usually do, I went outside for bus duty, make sure everybody's able to get on the bus, get home safely. But before I left, there was that delicious smell of cookies that was just lingering in the office all day. So on my way out, I may have borrowed a cookie from, I don't know, Miss Filbert's box or Miss Balderston's box. It was just so delicious, and it had been smelling up the office all day. So I took one and went out there and took care of the buses. And once they were left, I went to the gym because we had a basketball game that day against Andover Middle School, and that's always pretty competitive, and I wanted to make sure everything was set up and ready to go. So I was in the gym for about 20-40 minutes, mostly by myself. Nobody else was in there with me. Got the gym all taken care of and hadn't ate all day. Hadn't had an opportunity to leave the school, so I made sure and went to McDonald's or Burger King or Spangles or somewhere and grabbed a hamburger meal. Came back here in my office and didn't hear anything during that time, didn't see anything during that time. About 5 o'clock, 4:30, 4:40, I went back to the gym and started supervision for the night's game. And that's kind of what took place that evening.
I got to work around 6:45 on Tuesday, and when I was walking down the hall, I noticed the storage storeroom was open. So I went to close the door, but something was in the way. I opened the door, and it turned out, and turned on the light to figure out what was lodged in the doorway. That's when I saw the body lifeless on the concrete floor. As I got closer, I saw a pool of blood by his head. He didn't seem to be breathing, so I called 911.